Hey guys, it is time for another episode of Inside NHL Esports. I'm No Slaves 12, and I want to catch you guys up on everything that's going on in the esports landscape for NHL 20. And it was a really busy weekend, especially for me. So over the weekend, there was the Leafs Gaming League, the Leafs Gaming League Season 2 LAN. These are basically the LANs. There's 3 of them to qualify for the finals, which will happen on Saturday, February 1st. So the top 16 after these 3 lands and the ladders will play for the championship season 2 of Leafs Gaming on February 1st. But let's get in the details of it. So on Saturday was the second LAN, and I'll show you guys what's coming up in the near future. So here it is. Here we are in this like little graphic. We're in the LGL Online number 3 phase. So you still have a chance to qualify for the top 16. I mean, if you've only done the first or second, it's going to be really hard if you have yet to play in Leafs Gaming League, but there is still an opportunity to. So this is the PlayStation bracket. You go to worldgaming.com, choose the tournament. You'll see Leafs Gaming League ladder, PS3 or Xbox, whatever one you choose, number 3. So as you can see here, Landers already played 11 games somehow in one day, which is nuts, but he's off to a big start. So basically you have to get inside the top 16. Okay, and you will get an invite to LAN number 3, 16 on Xbox, 16 on PS4, just like the last 2 LANs have gone. This last weekend, I was able to attend, made it to the round of 16, which was dope. Did that the first time as well. And there was some bigger names at this one. If we just look at them here, here's Josh Fearless did show up, and this is the finals matchup. It was Saphir Snipes Gold, good prominent member in the NHL community, a little bit quieter, doesn't stream or anything like that. But super nice guy. Glad I got to meet him. And he did take on Josh Fearless, who was the heavy favorite going into this tournament. And he did win in 3 games in overtime. So props to him, as he did win that Sweet Marner jersey. And yeah, so it was awesome meeting everyone. Like, this was just a snapshot of all the competitors and whatnot that had showed up. There I am right here. And a lot of guys in the Twitch community. There's a lot of pro players that are in Southern Ontario. So there's a lot of guys like Odie and Boosh. Rahanix back there, and there's Joshy. So it was just a really fun day. And these lands, even if you're not going to qualify for the last one, are just really fun to be a part of, trying to get a sense as to how competitive gameplay works, meeting the guys that are high in the community. A lot of them are awesome guys, so couldn't be more excited. So how it's going to work now is you have December 8th, which was yesterday, all the way until December 29th to play Leafs Gaming League games on worldgaming.com. Link will be down in the down low as well. You can play on any day that there isn't a Leafs game, so it is kind of good, whereas you're not going to miss Leafs games by not playing ladder games. So just keep that in mind. If the Leafs aren't playing, the ladder will be open usually from about 7 p.m. until midnight every single time that there isn't a game. So it has been fantastic. I loved the event. The format and whatnot has been a little in question. Obviously, the first event they had internet issues, nothing they could do. It was a total service outage in Southern Ontario, so we had to play going up and down, which was kind of a vintage moment, playing on the same console again. And then this last one, the group stage really didn't make sense, as a lot of the top guys got grouped together and the top 2 in each group moved on, whereas I just filled in for people that didn't show up, and I had a really a much easier time, and I made it on the group of 16, whereas some of the guys, the higher up guys, didn't get a shot to. So not really sure the insights on that one. I don't know if they're giving opportunities for players like the less competitive guys to at least make the round of 16, because what ended up happening is the top guys like Saphir and Josh had to play someone in my bracket because I was group 8, and it was obviously easier for them early on, which I had to play Saphir and I lost 4-2, so obviously it worked out in that way. But the group stage didn't really make much sense. But as that's going on, there is still another huge one, and I want to get into the Minnesota Wild Gaming event. Now, this event is probably the first real all-out competitive NHL esports event of the year, whether it be the Elite 8 or the Leafs Gaming League. There's been restrictions. This is all open. North America, if you go through these lists, this is, again, the link will be down below to sign up, and it's going to be on December 14th, this Saturday, that you're going to be playing on PlayStation only. if you go through this list of divisions, I can pick out 4 or 5 guys that are in, say, like, it's critical. You've got Geimer, Major Jets fans, been around for a while. Greggy is a good player. Dubs, Nip and Biscuits from GWC. Like, that's just in one. If you keep going down, like, in Division 2, you've got Kesso, as well as Weeping Whale or Kanger from GWC in 2018. Like, this event, if you think and you want to test your skills for NHL 20, this is it. Like, this wild event. They did the really close regional one, and they separated it by hosting this all-out competitive one, which I think is a really good idea and a kind of a nice in-between for guys that just want to compete, that are really local fans, as well as, fulfilling the super competitive niche area. So I'm really excited to see how this event goes. I'll be covering all the action on my channel. I thought about playing in it just to see how I could do, but I think I might just follow the bigger games throughout the day, because there are so many that this tournament is really going to have a factor in the landscape as far as how guys are ranked as far as competitively going into the new year. So that is December 14th. How it is going to work is you will play these pools, right? And if you can finish off, again, if you look through here, guys, just want to take a notice here. All of the other Smash GG events did randomize the day of. So what you have, if you are signed up and you are here, should randomize. If it doesn't, that sucks, but regardless, it should all be random. So the winners final, you'll move on to the gaming day 2. So they did it well by not having to play everything in one day. So there's no more 11-hour events. I remember the Washington Capitals and Tampa Bay qualifiers last year. I was literally covering those and doing commentary for them, 10-hour streams. So after you've qualified on the Sunday at 1 p.m., you're going to have the best 16 remaining for the winner here, which is, I think, a great idea, separates it out. And I hope to see other teams kind of follow this format if they do the 1v1 route. So, again, guys, that is this Saturday. If you haven't signed up, use the link down in the description below. And like I said, you never know. I can give you 4 or 5 stories of guys. Use Young Gren for an example. He didn't know how good he was. He beat a couple until he played, I believe it was Duke, Canadian Duke, the old YouTuber, or sorry, Flash Davin, I think. And it surprised him, and he realized that he was better than he thought. And now here we are. So you never know how good you really are until you test yourself, and this is the first event that you're going to be able to really, really test yourself as far as NHL esports is concerned. Now, before I go, I kind of want to talk about the Caps Gaming event. I think I'm going to have a video separate for that for the Sixes. The first weekend went off great. I thought we're going to talk about that in another video as well, me and Shekel, but I just want to go over it. I did the featured game on the Capitals Gaming channel. If you don't like Sixes, or you're not really sure how it's working, or you want to see what it's like, Saturday nights are usually when the featured game is going to go down. It was Nasher taking on Mercenary. Awesome games. Went to a best of 3, went to the third game, had a triple overtime in there. Just a really, really good event. And I'm super excited to see as the weeks go on, you're going to have tighter matchups just because of the format they're using. So there wasn't really anything big to talk about in that event over the weekend, just because all of the top teams kind of won. It was just how the schedule shook out. So there wasn't any really upset. So again, guys, if you want any other up-to-date info in regards to NHL esports, just follow me on Twitter at Leafs Gaming. Or subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll get it as soon as I can come out with it. But thank you guys for watching. I'm NoSleeves12. I'll see you guys next time.